Well, I don't think this has been adjusted in a long time because this nut is really on there tight. This is the cap nut. So I'm going to try and remove that first and then see if I can't get this other nut off. So luckily I've got a socket that'll fit this. It's 1.25 inches. So I've got my vise on the floor here, and then I'm going to put my impact wrench on there. Oh, interesting. What was underneath there? Water. So water was trapped in there. So let's clean that up. All right, now you can see how the adjustment works. You need a big screwdriver, and you just stick it in there and you turn this. Turn this with a big screwdriver. But I'm going to leave that adjustment where it is for now, and instead I'm going to put the oh, of course, no, that would be too easy. Got to be the next size up, which I probably don't have a socket. Okay, I do have a socket, but it's in my 3/4 inch drive, so I'm going to get my adapter on there, and now I can use my impact wrench on this nut. Hey, that's just a locking nut. That's just a locking nut to keep this from turning. So I am going to have to disturb this setting in order to take that out. Oh well. I think I'll count how many turns it takes before it actually pops out, so I can get it in the rough vicinity of where it is now when I put it back together. Alright, that's 4 full turns right there, and the tension is off the spring. And 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9. 9 full turns, and this comes out. And then we've got, let's see, there's another crush washer. And then we've got our little spring. Get something to fish that out. All right, let's see what we got here. There's the spring. Oops. That's really it. That's all there is to it, I think. Oh, of course the ball is down in there. So the ball should come out. Now, get this off the concrete. Okay, so down inside there was this little cup that holds the ball and the ball itself. I cleaned those up. The cup here has a seal on it, and that is not an O-ring. That is, I forgot what they call that kind of seal, but it's almost like a double lip little seal, which I've bought those in the past for some other project. I forgot what, but I'm pretty sure those are not that hard to get, provided you go to the right kind of a distributor. Thing is, as far as what that seal does, I think all that seal does is keep fluid from getting past that cup thing and into the back area here where the spring is housed. And I don't think it's designed to be 100% sealed anyways, because there's a little hole right there. That must be a hole for the fluid that gets past there to drain back out of, maybe. Don't know. My point is, I kind of think that that little seal, even if it's worn, wouldn't cause my current problem. Of course, that's just a wild guess. I guess I should look at the seal under magnification, see if I can see what it looks like. Well, not positive, but I might be able to take these 4 screws out and pull this whole spool assembly out this way. I'm not sure though, because it might be It might be that I have to take this cap off this end here and undo a spring assembly on the back of this. Yeah, okay. I don't know what I'm... Now that I think of it, I can't do that. I can't pull the spool out from this way because that spool goes through here, and then underneath this cup there's a spring, which is the return spring that brings that back to the neutral position. And that spring is attached, I believe, with a bolt on the end. So, and I don't think this nut on the end here is the one that attaches that. So, I think I would have to take this cup off, take the spring off of here, then take that off, and then it'll come out. Problem is I can't get to these screws. So this valve would have to come out of here, which unbolting the valve from the bracket here doesn't look like it's that big of a job. The problem is the plumbing, the damn plumbing on this thing. I've got a union right here on the return line by the looks of it. And yeah, so I get this union here on the return line. I've got a connection right here on the feed line. And then, so that wouldn't be too bad. The trick is going to be the individual lines to the loader pistons. Each line from this side of the tractor that matches a piston line on the other side of the tractor attaches to these pipes going across. And so then these are the lines right here that go up to the valve. So looks like I could disconnect. Yeah, looks like maybe I could disconnect here. I can't tell which of these is going to be the one that will swivel and turn and allow you to rotate that. Certainly not this side. That doesn't look like that's going to turn. Must be this one. Hard to tell. So we'd be looking at 1, 2, these 4 lines would have to come off. Wow, what a pain in the butt that's going to be. And then there's a bolt here and a bolt on the other side to bolt this to this bracket. If it wasn't for the fact that I wanted to use the loader this weekend, I got a burning permit, I got a big huge pile of brush that I wanted to use this thing. Even though the loader's not working correctly, it's working enough so I could use it for my job this weekend. So I really don't want to get crazy about tearing this loader all apart, this loader valve all out. Because once I do that, I can't even run the tractor. So when I decide to take this valve out and rebuild it or figure out what's wrong with it, I'm going to have to really be sure that I want to commit to having this machine down for a while. And I'm just not ready to commit to that. So I think the plan is going to be to just get the seal that I want to get for that relief valve. Put the relief valve back in here and try and adjust it and see what happens.